We're just having dialogues about whether unborn babies should be slaughtered or whether they should be protected.
I'm pro-choice.
Why?
For the mother.
How come?
It's her choice. It's
Well,
her
I mean,
body.
obviously, like in
It's
Kansas,
her body. It's
legally,
her
I
choice.
understand it's her choice in Kansas law, but like, should she have the right to kill her baby through point of birth?
Huh.
Okay, so you're like not completely pro-choice. There are some choices that you're
Well-
not pro.
If you're talking 9-month termination, no.
Okay, so why not that? Why would you not support her choice at 9 months, 8 months?
I gotta believe there's a line where the baby is so close
Right,
that, okay,
right,
tough decisions need to be made.
totally.
So let's figure out how we can get this child.
Do you mind if I ask you what that line is for you and kind of like, what is it about that line that makes you go like, okay, well, clearly this human now has dignity or a right to life that trumps the mother's interests?
Right. I'm personally don't know where that line is. I would say it's 6 months.
So, but do you know why you would pick 6 months?
Not technically, no.
Do you think that that's a little bit frightening?
Yes, there's nothing good about it.
No, I mean the
nothing
fact
good about it.
the fact that like you say don't kill him in the third trimester, but maybe somewhere here,
Yeah.
but you don't know why you would reject abortions after that point. Like, if you're going to support a woman's right to have her offspring ripped out of her
It's her-
uterus,
it's her
shouldn't
choice.
you know
It's her choice.
what happened to give that child a right?
It's her choice.
But the whole assumption behind our conversation is like, at what point should she no longer have that choice, right? And you and I are both saying definitely not 9 months or 8 months.
Right.
So
We agree on that.
why not?
We agree on that. But
Why not?
I believe she has the right to have those difficult decisions, those difficult conversations with the father and whatever parent, other parents and family might be involved. That's a decision they need to make, not me. But when, if she's at 9 months, then we're like, okay, that's probably.
Do you remember? I had to do my research on this because I wasn't alive when this was happening. But do you remember that anti-nausea drug, thalidomide, from the early '60s?
Yeah. The old infirmity, sure.
Yeah, no arms. Now it was great at getting rid of pregnant women's nausea.
Yeah.
Turns out it's illegal now.
Yeah.
So if you got one more second, I want to ask you a question. Let's say my wife she throws up all 9 months of pregnancy. So let's say there's a woman like that who no matter what she takes, diplegious, other safe forms of anti-nausea, nothing works. She goes to her OB. She asks for thalidomide. He goes, I can't give that to you. I'll lose my license to practice medicine.
At what point? 9 months?
No, let's say 3 months, 4 months.
Okay.
Let's say she goes out and illegally finds some thalidomide, takes it. She's not throwing up anymore. She feels great. 5 months later, her baby's born without any arms. Did she do anything wrong?
I don't think so. I don't know.
No? When she intentionally, with foreknowledge that this drug would cause her child to be born without any arms, did so anyways.
All right, I see where you're going.
Do you think she did anything wrong?
I'll let the courts decide that.
Well, but we're having a conversation about ethics and
Yeah.
morals, so I'm curious about what you think.
Personally, I probably would.
Who are you to judge her right? She has complete bodily autonomy. If she has the right to kill that baby at 3 months, she certainly has the right to maim the child in a way that won't take its life.
That's
It's complicated.
hypothetical. It is complicated.
Well, but you support choice.
That's an extreme hypothesis.
You support her choice,
Yeah.
which means you support her bodily autonomy.
Correct.
So if she has bodily autonomy to kill this thing in the womb at 3 months,
Mhm.
she certainly has bodily autonomy to intentionally maim it in a way that won't kill it. You just conceded your whole point. You support her right to an abortion at 3 months,
Yeah.
but you just said it's wrong for her to maim the child. But if she has the right to legally murder, or if we don't want to use that word in the legal context, to kill at 3 months, she certainly has the right to maim it through thalidomide. Hey, the baby's alive, it just doesn't have arms. So it certainly can't be worse to maim than to kill.
Okay. I would support her decision to terminate the baby up to 6 months. I would not support her decision to intentionally maim the baby.
How is it more wrong to intentionally maim than to kill?
The baby's not born yet.
But you said it would be wrong to intentionally maim the child at 3 months through
Because if you
thalidomide.
bring the baby into the world, maimed, and knowing that,
So
that
it's
has
wrong to maim in utero, but it's not wrong to murder in utero. Am I
up to a
following?
certain line.
Am I
Yes.
following you?
Yes, you are.
You don't think that that's sort of a strange,
I'm
incoherent
okay with it.
position to hold?
I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it.
So why 6 months again? What about 5 months and 29 days? Is it wrong? Do you see? I'm trying to get to the moral, like ethical law at work, principle at
You
work.
can go at it two different ways and come up with all these moral, ethical dilemmas that prove both sides wrong.
How so? Or give me an example.
Well, let me think. It's kind of caught me off guard. I was,
I know.
Right.
I interrupted your snacks. I appreciate you.
plus I'm also in front. I mean, I can't go deeper than just letting the woman make these decisions.
Then let her make that decision through point of birth. So do you understand why I'm confused? If you say 6 months, it's wrong. But before it's not wrong. Obviously,
If
any
you
personal
think life-
who has a
If you think life begins the moment the sperm cell infiltrates the egg, we can't agree on anything.
well, I don't believe that as an opinion. That's just true that human life begins at the moment of
No,
conception. Okay, here's
depends how you
Alan. Here's
define
Alan
human.
Guttmacher, the president of Planned Parenthood after Margaret Sanger died, who wrote on page 3 of his book *Life in the Making* regarding the debate about whether when human life begins. Not only did he say it begins at conception, he was a doctor. He said this all seems so simple and evident that it's hard to picture a time when it wasn't part of the common knowledge. I mean, like Keith L. Moore's book, Developing Human Clinically Oriented Embryology, one of the most widely used embryology textbooks in university campuses,
Right.
non-political, human life begins at the moment of conception.
regardless
And that's actually the
regardless
definition
how
of conception.
long- regardless of how long that has been known, how long have women been having abortions?
Oh, thousands of years they've been
Yeah.
killing their babies in utero.
Yeah.
But never like the numbers we've been seeing in the West since Roe v. Wade. You know, about 1 million babies are
Population's
reported
also-
every 12 months in America.
There's more people too. There's just more people making those decisions.
Okay. Doesn't make it right. I mean,
Well, you can believe what you'd like to believe.
so you said if I believe human life begins at conception, you're like, I can't even agree with you with that. I'm saying, like, regardless of what you think about that, like, that's just the truth. Human life begins at the moment of conception. Now, you might not grant that thing dignity or rights, but it is human. And anyone that tells you differently is a liar, a cynic, or insane.
You're a liar.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying anyone who tells
Yes,
you
you are.
differently.
There's the
So I guess the question is, do you acknowledge or reject the science that when sperm and egg come together, sperm and egg die, and a new human being comes into existence with a unique DNA code from the moment of conception?
I don't deny that. That's how it happens.
Yeah, that's all I'm saying. I'm saying
That's
you
the
seem like a
process.
reasonable guy. I'm sure that we can agree that that's a new human.
Yeah, it's part of a new human.
So what we believe is that, like, all
Is it a
human
thinking
beings.
human?
Well, I
Is
don't
it a
know.
feeling
Is
human?
Granny with advanced dementia a thinking human with self-awareness and rationality?
I believe in the idea that an elderly person with a terminal disease should have control over those decisions.
Over their own body.
Correct.
Right.
Yeah.
So maybe we should grant the unborn child the same autonomy to live as you're saying we should
No, they can't
grant.
think like a 90-year-old person with cancer. No, they can't.
Well, no, I didn't say a terminal illness like cancer. I've watched 3 of my grandparents go through Alzheimer's and dementia. Okay, that's in the mind, and I've seen it in advanced stages where they don't know who they are or I am anymore, their grandson.
But it's
So
just-
now, but I don't think we should euthanize grandma because
No.
she forgot who she was. But
No.
my point in bringing that up is you said, but whatever the fetus is at that early stage, they're not a thinking thing yet. And usually that means kind of like self-aware or conscious or whatever.
Yeah.
I'm saying, okay, let's apply that on the end of life. Are you cool with euthanizing grandma with late stage dementia? These are the consequences of ideas if you ground personhood on functions and capacities like self-awareness,
I can
desires.
get there.
Huh?
I can get there.
You can get there.
Yes.
So like let's say grandma's screaming saying whatever we're doing to her, tying her down, to kill her, and she's screaming, don't do this. You're saying that's not a person.
Well, is she aware? Well, to what point is she aware of what's going on?
Well, I guess she has feelings, meaning like she responds to pain, just like the fetus in utero. But I'm saying she doesn't know who she is anymore, and she doesn't remember who we are.
If she was bedridden and almost comatose.
No, I just mean late stage dementia.
All right, there's another. You can again come up with all these.
I'm taking your ideas and I'm applying them to the end of life.
And
You
I'm
just
saying-
justified abortion by saying
Yeah,
it's not
I'm
a thinking
saying-
thing yet. It doesn't know who it is.
I'm telling you that I'm okay with an elder person that is at the end of life, but for some reason is on a breathing machine or
But that's not what I'm asking you.
what are you asking?
3 of my grandparents, no cancer, no terminal illness. They were actually quite physical. They would go on long walks. They were
Okay,
quite
that's
fit.
fine. Then I wouldn't-
I'm saying late stage dementia. They didn't
No.
remember me, and they couldn't tell me their own name.
I wouldn't.
You wouldn't forcibly euthanize them against their will.
No.
Okay, but they're not a thinking thing in the terms of aware of who they are through time and space, like the fetus in the womb.
You don't know. That.
I've watched 3 of
You
my
don't know what's going
grandparents
through
go
their
through
mind.
that. One of my grandparents attacked me one time, completely didn't know who I was anymore. So I'm just taking your cognitive sort of litmus test for the person to the preborn, and I just applied it to grandma.
Victoria. How you doing? I'm pretty good. How are you?
So where does the right to life come from? Our human nature or our functions and capacities, which may decrease and increase and come and go at different points.
Yes.
Where does it come from? The right to life.
You just gave me two scenarios. I think they could apply to. They could both apply.
So do we forfeit our right to life and personhood when we're no longer self-aware or conscious?
At the other end. I thought we started talking about abortion.
I know abortion's always a conversation about more than abortion. Because if we can kill some humans because we deny them rights of personhood, we can kill any other humans by creating a different litmus test for what a person is. If it's not grounded on the fact that we're all humans, we hand power over to the
Were you
state.
in debate?
Huh?
Were you in debate in high school?
No, I just read a lot.
All right. Fair enough. I gotta run.
Let's save the babies. I would have saved you in utero.